Curious, as these teams start to take shape in 2023 and then 2024, like what was your leadership style in conjunction with a player like Caitlin, but also the rest of your teammates?
Yeah, I would say like definitely those first 2 years, we definitely were working together to like, I was definitely more of like the calmer presence and being like, hey, like look me in the eyes, you know, deep breath, like it's all gonna be okay. And I think like the leadership style that I really had was just like trust. Like she trusted me because she had seen me like putting in the work in the gym. She knew how much I cared. Like I would.
What happens when you're besties with the most talked about player in college hoops? Just ask Kate Martin. In her own words, she's spilling all the tea on life alongside Caitlin Clark, from jaw-dropping court moments to the wild, laugh-out-loud chaos off the hardwood. Their unforgettable run with Iowa wasn't just about buzzer beaters and packed arenas. It was about slam-dunk daydreams, endless inside jokes, and yes, even a rogue squirrel that made its way into the mix. With Kate's candid take, you're getting the behind-the-scenes brilliance of a friendship forged in fire, and a whole lot of fun. Because with Caitlin and Kate, boring was never an option.
Wrap your head around 139 games. Like that seems like a ton of games. And lucky enough, we've had postseasons where we've got a lot of extra games, whether it's been the Big Ten tournament, whether it's been the NCAA tournament. We've been able to have some long seasons, and that's something I'm really thankful for. And to be honest, like I don't think I have the type of career if I don't have a teammate like Kate. She's been one that has had my back. You know, she holds me accountable. I hold her accountable. But I think at the same time, like me and Kate are wired so similarly that like we get each other on a different level. She's so competitive. You know, her dad was a football coach growing up.
That whole era was legendary, like straight up folklore status. And at the center of it all, Kate Martin. She was the heart, the glue, the sideline hype squad, the floor general with a clipboard mind, the locker room therapist with a sixth sense for vibes, the team mom reminding everyone to hydrate, and somehow also the resident prankster keeping things light. Kate didn't just play basketball, she lived it with this caffeinated intensity that made you believe in every possession, every huddle, every hustle play. She had a way of making you want to dive for a loose ball from your couch on a random Tuesday night, just because she would've.
For this, because you were the first person who I felt like said, yeah, Kate Martin's a pro. Like draft Kate Martin, she's gonna be able to do different things. I think you started saying that you're either sophomore or junior year. And you know, media members aside, I'm not, you know, maybe it's me, maybe it's not me, not gonna throw myself under the bus here. We were like, you know what, I think she can be a fringe WNBA player. She has potential, but you know, Caitlin's given her endorsement. If there's one thing I've learned about you in covering you for 4 or 5 years or whatever, how long it's been, when you talk ball, you genuinely talk basketball. Like there's no personal relationship attached. So I guess, how do you feel about Kate doing really well and unrivaled so far? And now she's getting a chance at the Valkyrie to really make a statement next year too.
And now she's out there living her WNBA dream like a real-life sports movie. Only she's not just the star, she's the director, the cinematographer, and yeah, she probably made the soundtrack too. Let's be real. Kate Martin wasn't just a leader on that Iowa team, she was the team's heartbeat. While Caitlin Clark was out there drilling logo threes and rewriting the laws of gravity, Kate was making sure the scout was memorized. The energy stayed up and nobody forgot their water bottle. She was the steady pulse behind the chaos, the voice in the huddle, the reason the wheels never fell off, basketball's ultimate behind-the-scenes MVP finally stepping into her spotlight.
So Caitlin Clark revealed her squad goals, sort of. This is a play on words, a pun, if you will, just having a little fun with Caitlin Clark's latest interview. She did an appearance with, I believe his name pronunciation is David Eichel of Swarmcast 24/7 Sports. I will link the full piece in the description.
Every time Iowa needed a stop, a spark, or just a perfectly timed, sarcastic remark to cut the tension, Kate Martin showed up. And now she's in Golden State, the actual house of splash, where basketball IQ is currency and precision is everything. Honestly, could there be a more poetic landing spot? She fits in like she was built for it. slicing through defenses like a hot knife through missed rotations, drilling corner threes like they personally insulted her, and setting bone-rattling screens like she's getting a bonus for every bruise. In a system that thrives on smart, selfless play, Kate isn't just surviving, she's thriving.
Real quick, what did you notice about Caitlin's work ethic?
Yeah.
Was there anything that stood out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was in the gym constantly.
Yeah.
And it was the way she approached everything too was it was with a sort of excellence. It wasn't oh, I'm just gonna go through the motions and whatever. It was no, I'm here to kick your butt in every single drill, every single practice, and especially whenever our gray squad guys were playing against us, it was if you're across from me, you're my enemy, you know?
Right.
And I think that's just kind of how you have to approach things to get better. And she had that, next level mindset, and it really just raised us all up with her.
Yeah, I feel like
The Warriors might have all the glitz, but Kate Martin brings that unmistakable Midwestern grit. That corn-fed tenacity that practically shouts, "I boxed out for 14 years before I ever took a shot." And let's talk about that draft night. Arc, because it straight up belongs in a Hallmark movie. She wasn't even expecting to be drafted. Just there to support Caitlin, probably thinking she'd clap, cheer, maybe sneak a Sprite. Then boom, she's walking up in heels she didn't. Plan on wearing, shaking Kathy Engelbert's hand "Wait, me?" It was the most wholesome plot twist in WNBA history. And once she hit Vegas, of course, she thrived. Kate doesn't do background roles. Even as a rookie, she walked into that locker room like she'd been there since Bill Laimbeer invented defense. Whether it was grinding through real minutes or dominating the mid-practice drills everyone avoids, she brought that full-throttle Big Ten energy. No excuses, no days off, no weak sauce. She won over Becky Hammon in about 4 seconds flat. The vets respect her because she makes the tough stuff look routine. She's always in the right spot, talks like a point guard with a PhD in saying exactly what needs to be said, and treats turnovers like they're radioactive.